First of all, this is pretty stark, and it hasn't really budged. The polling hasn't really budged since Rishi Sunak became Prime Minister. Do you think Conservative MPs will be surprised by that?
I think if you speak to even Conservative MPs who are very keenly in support of Rishi Sunak, who think he is the right man for the job, even they don't really think they've got much of a chance of winning at the next election. But what is interesting is that today they've got this Chequers away day. The cabinet, Rishi Sunak is gathering his cabinet together at Chequers to take them out of the fray from Westminster, to sit down and really have in-depth chats about the state of the government and the path to the next election. And he's bringing in his election guru, Isaac Levido, to talk about how they can possibly kind of at least just hold on. And he is apparently said to believe there is a narrow path to victory for the Conservatives, because even though the Labour Party and Keir Starmer are doing far, far better in the polls, we're still 2 years out in effect. And actually, there's no real love for Keir Starmer. It's more that people are turning away from the Conservatives. So he thinks that there is actually still a chance for the Conservatives to win next time round.
That's really interesting, that to some extent people are defaulting for the Labour Party rather than flocking to the Labour Party. Perhaps it's been a clever strategy of Labour to seem very, very bland, to seem like they're not particularly exciting, and therefore they sort of become that status quo that people may well feel more comfortable to default for. I suppose there's a risk in that, though. Perhaps this is what Isaac Levido is saying, that this is sort of support for the Labour Party that is very broad at the moment, but fairly shallow.
Yeah, that's it. And I think you're right that the Labour Party certainly doesn't have a kind of don't frighten the horses strategy. And actually, let's just kind of keep things calm. Let's not go too radical on things. And people who are fed up with the Conservatives will turn back to us. Now, actually, if you talk to people in the Red Wall who voted for Boris Johnson last time round, they don't immediately feel that kind of love and desire to vote for Keir Starmer, because there's still a lot of suspicion around his views on Brexit. And so those people are still up for grabs, but they're not really loving the Conservatives either. And the danger is obviously these people may just stay at home. But, you know, I think that is the thing, isn't it? Who are you targeting your strategy at next time round? If you're the Conservative Party, is it those Red Wallers, or is it those in the South who the Lib Dems are going to try and make hay down in the Southwest and parts of the home counties? So it's quite a difficult strategy to reach both those groups of people at the same time.